Well, welcome back. I love sharing our Saturday mornings with you. I'm here with TLC owner Linda Shackelford. And Linda, we love those early bloomers, don't we?
Oh, we do. And Kevin's going to come in. He's excited about all the magnolias and camellias and things. And then I think Cindy's going to slide in with some of the new blooming shrubs. And then we're going to do a small container. Anyone can grow a garden. They don't have to have a big garden spot. So we're going to show you some ideas on how to do that.
Lots coming your way in the next half hour, so put your feet up and enjoy Let's Talk Gardening. Well, I just love it whenever some of the trees start to flower, because you know spring is just right around the corner.
Yes, it really wakes you up.
Well, I came out here to talk to Kevin Tubby about some of the varieties that are just gorgeous in mid-April. So let's go ahead and start, Kevin, with the Oklahoma tree.
Okay, this is the Oklahoma State tree right here. This is the Oklahoma Redbud. This was founded in the Arbuckle Mountains, believe it or not. So this was found here in Oklahoma. It's been patented in this state for 50-something years now.
And it grows wild.
Yes, it's very easy to grow, very low maintenance, 12 to 15 foot tall, 12 to 15 foot wide, deep green, glossy foliage. Still handles the summer sun very well here. And this is an alternative to the redbud. This is a white bud.
How beautiful. Look at the picture.
Same species of tree, just different color.
Oh, that's great.
About the same growth habit and everything. Just if someone wants white instead of red, they've got a choice here.
Talk about a choice. Oh, I love this.
These are beautiful.
Is this a weeping cherry?
It is. This is a snow fountain.
It's a good name.
It's beautiful. They start off a deep pink on the outside, and as they open up, they mature to a white blossom on the inside. About 8 to 12 foot tall when full grown, 8 to 12 foot wide, kind of cascading. Nice for a centerpiece in a bed, you know.
Yeah, but they're hardy enough for here?
Yes, they're hardy enough for here. They need a very well-drained soil.
Okay. Now let's talk magnolias, because magnolias, you don't hear so much about them, particularly the deciduous magnolia, but boy, is this a beauty.
No one really thinks about these until they're blooming. The rest of the year they're just green, but before they put on leaves, they really make a show. This is the Jane variety. This is probably one of the most colorful varieties there is. The blossoms open up to about 6.5 inches wide. They're somewhat kind of a fruity fragrance as they bloom. They like to be fed with a good tree and shrub food or bone meal, or you know, if you want to go more the organic route.
This is a different variety.
It's a different variety. The Jane will get 12. This one will get 6 to 8.
So there's a choice for...
Yes, there's a choice for size, color, texture. That's the Star Magnolia. This is another variety called Leonard Messel. It's pink on the outside and white on the inside, as to where the Royal Star is just completely white.
And then this is more of what we would consider a magnolia when we think of one.
Yes, good old evergreen magnolia with the big white blossoms in the summertime. This variety is a little gem. This doesn't get quite as big as the old southern magnolia that grows native like in southern Arkansas and Louisiana and Alabama.
Yeah, those you have to have a huge space for.
You really do. They make a shade tree. This is more of an ornamental tree. It will eventually reach 15 to 20 foot tall with age, but it's very slow growing, so it's good in a small area close to a house.
And this one's getting ready to bloom, isn't it?
And this is just to give an idea of some of the other varieties of deciduous magnolia. This is called Susan. This is in the Selengiana family. These start off with such a dark purple blossom before they open up. Then they open up to a bloom about 3.5 inches wide or so. And they'll get up to about 12 foot tall. But as you can see with the multi-trunks at the bottom of this, you can actually prune this up into a nice ornamental tree in an area.
That's beautiful.
Pretty easy to do.
A teddy bear right behind you.
Yes. This is one of my favorite varieties of the dwarf magnolias in the evergreen. These get about 15 foot tall as well. They've got the real deep, kind of a velvety brown on the back of the leaf, dark glossy green on top. I've got TLC, tree shrub and landscape food, at the bottom there because it has a good source of magnesium and sulfur in it. Both of those are really required to get the trees to bloom really well in the summer here.
And that teddy bear is a great option for a smaller space.
That's right.
Well, okay,
Just like the little gem.
I'm going to turn you around this corner because, Kevin, there's some prettier stuff around here as well. I love those. The magnolias are just gorgeous. But the camellia, this just... you see it, and at first you think it's a rose, and then you get closer, and no, it is a gorgeous camellia. And I don't typically think of camellias being that hardy in Oklahoma.
Well, these are a hybridized variety that are winter hardy for here in our state. This variety is called April's Kiss, and it's a nice, almost hot pink to light red color. Does really well here. These will get 5 to 6 foot tall and 5 to 6 foot wide, so a nice backdrop in a shade garden for azaleas or hydrangeas or something like that.
And then look at this light pink. That just,
That
talk about
stands out,
catching.
doesn't it?
It sure does. Talk about catching your eye.
It reminds me of a
Wow.
multicolored rose. It's really pretty.
It is, and we were talking earlier. It's like a cross between a rose and it's tropical. Has kind of a tropical look.
It
and
really
feel
does
to
look
it.
tropical, almost like a tropical hibiscus.
And how nice that right now you've got some that do well in Oklahoma. That is a terrific change. And then down here there's one that's a little bit more
That
red.
deeper red April triced.
So there's absolutely no reason for someone not to grow on, right?
Oh no, these simply need like a raised bed, well-drained soil, with some acidic nature put into it, aluminum sulfate, pecan hulls,
Pecan holes are great, aren't
fine
they?
pine, peat moss, all those are acidic, and those will help to raise the pH in the soil.
And then over here I wanted to talk about the Carolina jasmine, because a lot of people don't grow this, and they should. It's easy to grow, and it likes our Oklahoma climate.
You'd really be surprised at how many people still come in and ask for this particular vine. This has been sold in Oklahoma for a long, long time, and it hasn't gone down in popularity over the years at all. If anything, it's gained in popularity. The blossoms are very fragrant. It does best morning sun, afternoon shade, but it will handle about any situation. Holds quite a few of its blossoms. Holds quite a few of its leaves to the wintertime. It's what I call a semi-evergreen here.
Which that is particularly great as we start right into the springtime and look around.
Oh, I
and
know.
Spring has sprung.
It's here.
Well, Kevin, Tubby, thank you
Thank
for
you. It's a pleasure.
showing us around. But there's more to see. I grabbed Cindy Townsend, pulled her inside to show me some of these beautiful flowering shrubs. Gorgeous stuff, Cindy.
It is gorgeous.
Let's talk about the Mahonia first.
The Mahonia is one that people don't think much about during the spring. It's kind of an ugly duckling, but it's just majestic when it gets into the garden. You put it back in a corner because it can be a little bit sharp, but it's got a great depth of green, yellow flowers, purple berries. It's an amazing shrub.
And then this, I have never seen this. This is brand new.
This is a new holly for us. It's a crenata. It's called Drops of Gold. Look at how beautiful the foliage looks. It'll green up later in the season.
The foliage looks almost puffed. It's
Yes.
very pretty.
It's really elegant. And right next to it, I went ahead and put one of the dwarf golden hues. This would be cute in front of the border somewhere, and you get these gold hues in the springtime, and then it'll get a little bit more green.
Love that color.
And I put this new leatherleaf, or older variety actually, leatherleaf viburnum with it. I wanted you to see the difference in texture and color. If you mix your plant material up a little bit, you can mix the foliage with the textures and have great production that way. And the viburnums smell so good, and their lace cap flowers are just stunning.
Let's go upstairs for just a minute. We've got a crabapple here that it's almost in bloom, but when it is, look at that color. Oh, that's
Isn't that
gorgeous.
a beautiful flower that it gets in
Yeah.
the spring? It's a nice, bright pinkish red color. And then look at the bark on here too that you will have during the wintertime, this nice dark colored bark that the cherries typically have. It's got a different leaf texture, great fall color. It's a great addition. It's Royal Raindrops crabapple. Then I put a little bit of cluster of hawthorns in here. There's different new varieties of hawthorns, pink
that
flowering
pretty?
and white flowering. Yeah, this one's Indian Princess, which is getting ready to bloom. She's puffing up a little bit. And then you've got Pink Lady over here that shows how beautiful the hawthorn flowers are, the Indian hawthorn, and the clusters that they create. And then down below we have a little bit of snowcap, so we get the white and the pink. We've got daphnes, we've got lilac. This is Fothergilla. Fothergilla has these beautiful irregular flower clusters in the spring, great red, green, orange foliage in the winter, and blue foliage in the summer. Another product that I really truly love is the Daphne. We've got these Carol Mackeys blooming right now. It's semi-evergreen. The aroma is amazing. And you get these beautiful clusters of flowers that you'd put in morning, sun, afternoon shade. And we cannot stop without Endless Summer series. This one is Twist and Shout.
This is a new one.
Yeah, it is. It's the first lace cap out of the Endless Summer series. So it blooms off of old wood and new wood, which gives you continual color all summer long.
That's great. Cindy, thank you for showing us that.